PieCover here, we're gonna look at how to connect your own Ledger wallet to your own node to perform transactions. So we're gonna use a wallet called Sparrow. So this is basically Sparrow, yeah. So you can find this wallet on sparrowwallet.com. So just you can verify before you download and everything, right, to make sure it's the right one you download. And the reason why we're gonna use that is because I made this video basically about how to set up your own node. Yeah, you see step by step, first of all, how to run your node, right? So now when you get to that node, how do you connect it to your ledger, right? So I in that second video I made, I'm gonna link them there below there, guys. So I made how to connect your hardware to connect your wallet to your Bitcoin node or server, but I failed to explain how to do the ledger one. So I did to Trezor, so it was fine, but more people are asking me about the ledger connection. So the ledger is a problem because they want you to download a specific software to link it to your node, and then to be between you and your node. So it's kind of a friction. So what I'm gonna do, so assuming that you get your Umbo running, right, your Umbo node running, so you basically need to connect that with your ledger, right? You want your ledger to be connected to that so you can see what's going on inside the ledger. So because if you want to move those UTXOs, let's talk so the average person can understand. If you want to move that Bitcoin to another address, so you can see that through. You can move it in. You can see the interface, right? So the Sparrow wallet will help us see it through, right? So okay, so now we're gonna click on Sparrow. So this is the Sparrow wallet, but before I go there, right, I want to go a little bit back in time and how to get that node running first, right? You need to get for new people who knew about the node running, so we have an idea. So you basically go to umbo.com. It will show you. Then basically this is basically the node. You can get your Lightning node running. You can have a Lightning node, right? You can have mempool, right? You can have the mempool, so you can verify, you can check transaction, what's the sats per vbyte, right? Well, sats per vb, you can see the average, so you don't want to your Bitcoin transaction to be stuck in the mempool. You can see the hash, there's so many things you can check. You can check where the hash rate, you can see the difficulty, and you can see the halving. The halving is just in just 25 days, right? Very close. And you can see many other things, right, on that mempool. So every node has its own mempool, right? So when you sync, when your node is also 100% synced, so you can get your mempool from your own node there, right? So if let me show you guys. So I'm gonna show you how I can see like if I want to have a mempool, right? You just log into your node and then you get your mempool. No, but that's not the focus on this video. So let me just focus more on connecting your ledger and everything. So okay, so now you get your, I'm gonna go back to this later if we still have time. Okay, so let's go to you got your ledger in your hands, right? You get your ledger in your hands, so you want to see what's going on inside, or we want to move funds and stuff like that. So first we're gonna go and create a new wallet. So you go click on the ledger, you say new wallet. Okay, so I'm gonna create a new wallet. I'm gonna say okay, a ledger connect, right? So connection to your node, right? So that's the tutorial for this. So I'm gonna now, so I need to, first of all, right now, I assume that you download the, already download the Sparrow wallet, right? So on your laptop, on your desktop. So this is what you're gonna find, right? So once you download it, you will see on your Sparrow, and then you get, create a wallet, right? So I assume that you already have that. So now we're gonna connect the wallet we're gonna connect our wallet, right, to Sparrow, right? And then once we connect our wallet to Sparrow, we can connect all the transaction, everything we're doing with that wallet to our node, so we can verify our transaction, we can verify all our Bitcoin is true, is real, to the real source of the blockchain. So we can verify everything ourselves. We don't have to trust anybody, right? So now I'm connecting my wallet right now. So give me a sec. I'm just putting my pin on my ledger right now. So I'm just putting my pin right now. So hopefully I remember that correctly. Yeah, okay, I got it. Okay, so now on my ledger I can scan to see if I find my ledger. So okay, so that was not found. Okay, cancel, and then try it again to see. Okay, not there. So I'm gonna, okay, so I have to click on the Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is ready. Okay, yeah, okay, perfect. So yeah, so I have to, yeah, so I didn't click on my Bitcoin app on the ledger. So as soon as I click on the Bitcoin app on the ledger, yeah, so I got it in. So boom, import keystone. So I imported here, so I got the key going. So now I want to create, so I'm going to create a legacy, for example. Okay, so I'm just creating a legacy, and then so okay, perfect. Let me try that, and then okay, legacy, and I create that, right? You choose the policy type, right? Single sig. You get that thing because basically it's a ledger, single ledger. And you choose script type, right? Legacy. You can choose nested secrets, native secret, taproot, anything you want, right? And then you choose whatever the descriptor. No, so that's already set. And then you have all these other information, and then you choose apply, and then you give that a name, right? So basically password. Sorry. So you can give that any password you want, so you're gonna remember, right? Give something that you're gonna remember, right? So okay, so you get that in. Basically that's a layer of protection to this password, because now it's kind of like, even if somebody find a laptop, they won't be able, they need the password, but the main protection is seed phrase, is your key, your 12 words or 24 words. So okay, boom, I get my address list, right? All the address lists, right? Legacy addresses. And if I want to receive this address, I can receive. If I want to send, can put in my address here, or just scan, use the scan. And amazing, it's amazing. Life is good. So, and then use UTXO list. So as soon as I get my first Bitcoin, my first transactions, I will see them here as UTXO. So there will be unspent UTXOs. So right now I have 0 unspent UTXOs on this wallet. It doesn't have anything. So I'm very flat. I'm poor right now, right? So, but as soon as I provide a good service and somebody pay me in one of those addresses, and then you're gonna show me the unspent transaction, right? So okay, so now I successfully connected get my ledger, right? I can visualize the addresses, I can see everything on my ledger. So now I'm trying to get to, yeah, I'm trying to get to connect my node, right? I need to verify that, let's say if I have any fund coming in this address, I want to make sure that this address is getting my fund that's going to this address. I want to make sure that it's a real one. I want to make sure it's a real Bitcoin. It's not a fake Bitcoin, right? So in order to do that, I have to connect it to my own node. Now, I can trust another node, a public node or something else, but I don't know what they are doing in the background. I don't want to trust them. My Bitcoin is trustless. So what I'm gonna do, I run my own node, right? That's why we run our node. So we go to our node, right? And then we wanna connect, right? So and now you're gonna connect there. So if you click on connect, you will see all the credentials, how to connect. Now let's go back to Sparrow. Sorry, I go a little bit too much back and forth, but this is basically just to show you basically what it is. I'm gonna go back again on the node, and then once you go on Sparrow here, again that's the node, right? That's a wallet, right? You just set up, and then you go on the Sparrow. You click on over there, you see Sparrow. You can just click on Sparrow. Anywhere you will find somewhere that says preference, right? So what you choose your node, what node to run and things like that. So preference, you see general, and generally you want, okay, the mempool, right? What mempool you want to use? Okay, you can choose any of those things, right? These are just mempool, but what matters to us the most here is the server, right? We click on server because server is the node, right? What node is you mean like it's your server, all the list of all the transactions, right? So yours. So we call that node, but it's like a server. So you click on edit existing connection, right? So from there, now you have all, connections, right? So public server is like, somebody else server. You don't want that. So public server, using a public server, it's saying it, right? It's telling you that, yeah. So using a public server means it can see your transactions, right? They can see everything you're doing. You choose one of those ones, like that you're trusting one of those guys, right? So we don't want to do that. We want to use public. We're gonna use Bitcoin Core, right? That's this node, right? So I was going there. So again, for going back and forth too much, but that's this, right? These credentials. You take those credentials. This is a Bitcoin Core RPC address host, so you just copy that, and then you go right in there and you paste it in URL, right? And then you copy again the port, you paste it here, and then here this is onboard we are using, paste it here, and then you put the password. All the credentials are there, right? Everything, right? So now, okay, so we got it there, all simple, good and simple, just like the setup here, right? And again, if you have a private Electrum as well, you can connect it too, right? No problem, right? You got an Electrum running on your node, you can do it too. So that's why I was gonna go with the Electrum thing here, because so let's not go there. Okay, so you can also, let's say if you have an Electrum on your node, on your onboard, you will have access to download Electrum. Okay, so it will have the same credentials like on Bitcoin Core. It will give you all those credentials like this, almost same. And then you can decide, okay, I want to run it on Tor, and then you just put those credentials there, and then boom, that's it, right? So, but I want to use Bitcoin Core. Okay, I'm just trying like Bitcoin Core basically. So, and then I'm gonna test connection. I check test connection, click on test connection. So basically just gonna connect me to my node, right? So you're gonna sync everything, and then just so I can join the network, right, with my own Bitcoin transaction. So sorry guys. So now while it's doing this, while it's being connected, let's use that time for something. Yeah, so basically, yeah, so that's basically the steps, right? So again, you could use a ledgerlive, but again, there's so much tracking on ledgerlive. So it's, Sparrow make it easy for us, right? We use the Sparrow wallet just like a ledgerlive, but it's just like it's like it's remove a certain attack surface, because Ledger, you don't want Ledger to have all this power to track and control, to see everything you have, right? You can use it in a different, you can use the hardware wallet in a different um, um, you know, in a different desktop interface, right? And then the way to get that, you know, you find that somewhere in sparrowwallet.com. And basically, yeah, so that's it is what it is. So now again, this is my blog. So if basically you go there, you'll see a bunch of those tutorial as well, how to do those things, right? Those this is just about more about Trezor, but also you can donate if you like what I'm doing here. But now let's not focus on this now. Okay, let's see if this was connected. It's still connecting, guys. It's still connecting. It's just gonna take like just a couple of minutes to connect. But yeah, again, so if you like, you go there, you see a lot of things that I do on this you know, this journey. I do a lot of work for Bitcoin, so this is really my passion, right? You will find a lot of educational things on PieCover.com, and you see how to save on Bitcoin transaction fees. That can be very good, very beneficial. I mean, I remember I used to spend like 60, like one time when I first got in, I spent like almost $200 in a transaction, right? That was 2020, but it was crazy. Like fees was very high, like market was pumping and everything, people were just going crazy. But again, I didn't know anything. So those things in that blog will help you. PieCover.com will help you with a lot of few things, right? So again, so now let's see how let's go back to this. Okay, so it's still again, I mean, as soon as this thing is connected to your node, right? Okay, boom. Okay, great, that's connected now. Connected to Cormorant 1.8.1 on protocol version 1.4. okay, batch RPC and then both Satoshi 25.0. okay, boom, that's it. Good, we're done, we're in. The node is connected, the node is syncing. Anytime I'm receiving a transaction on this address, right, this will, you know, verify, my node will verify to make sure that's a real Bitcoin, right? That's the whole point, because you don't want to trust the other guys, right? And also, again, it's one node, one vote, right? So there's no such thing like, oh, like the majority. I never have to upgrade my node. I don't have to upgrade this node. I have to just keep it the same and keep it running. TikTok next block, you know. So it doesn't matter what's the majority and what's the community you want to say. I don't care, right? So let the node running. Doesn't matter if I have one sat on those addresses, right? One sat, it doesn't matter. It's just my sat. Nobody have the more power over me. And again, yeah, so that's it is what it is here. So I hope you guys find value into this, and again, you can running your node has a lot of good thing. You can visualize the, you know, everything here, you know. So having is very close, a lot of things are booming, everything is awesome. And I hope you guys, the most important thing, I hope you guys enjoy this. Okay, and here, see, finished loading, right? So all the transactions are loaded and I can see everything. And again, guys, if you like, please comment, subscribe, show me some like, and show me some sats if you know, enjoy, you want to show some value back, but not necessarily, you know, stack sats first. And then you know, yeah, so that is what that was my goal. That was my goal for the beginning of this year, to show you guys how to connect your ledger to Sparrow, so you can see what's going on inside, to your node, basically, you know, connect your ledger to your node. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed. This was PieCover. I love you all. Thank you very much for spending time with me today.